This week, I am going to try and do a pumpkin on the lathe. I've actually seen someone put a pumpkin on their lathe and try to carve it. That's not what I'm doing. I've been seeing these 3-tiered pumpkins all around when I'm walking my dogs. And I thought, I could do that, at least a miniature version, for my fairy garden. If you remember, I did this snowman, and he turned out pretty well. So let's see if I can do something similar with a pumpkin.
So when I cut this tree branch, I cut it straight, but when you look at it, look at how there's no center. Oh, this is going to be so lopsided. I really wanted a pumpkin out of this. Well, what I showed you before. So I'm just going to have to fiddle with it and see what I can do. Made a decision here that there may be some bark left on part of my pumpkin that I'm making, if it actually turns out to be a pumpkin, because look how far down I'm having to go. And I knew that, but I'm just like, this is gonna be skinnier than a candlestick. I scared my cat, if you notice the hat that I was wearing. I went to pet her since she was making all that noise. Look how poofy her tail is. Max, it's just me. It's just me. She's like, no, it's not. So that's my goal. Obviously, I've already shaved way too much off of this. The problem is, I've still got bark. This guy's not terrible. So I gotta keep from touching the middle. I feel like it still needs some sanding or something to look a little bit better. I don't know what the heck I did to this guy. He's all... I don't know. Try to round this guy a little bit more. We'll see. And maybe once I get the lines in there, it might work. Ivy. So I was going to carve in a face on this pumpkin trio. There's not enough room for a face here. And then I was showing my husband and he's like, well, why don't you just put some buttons down here? And then he's like, oh, wait, it's not a snowman. I know, it looks like a snowman. I don't know. Let's get creative. Well, carving definitely is not my thing. This kind of reminds me of a Cyberman on Doctor Who. Oh well.
This was an epic fail. So when I went to cut off the end, I should have just done it on the lathe, but it didn't work so well. But if you notice, this must have turned. Look at the blade here. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Oh, I totally knocked the guard. And I started cutting the guard, and then my Cyberman pumpkin exploded.
Well, this is a bummer. Even though he did look like a Cyberman, somehow, when I was using the chop saw, something imploded here. Well, thank goodness no one got hurt. Blah.